Jerome just hits her with the I'm out. Like, I'm out. That's it. He out. I know if he meant I'm out the game, I'm out this marriage, I'm just finna head out the building. Like, I know what I'm out meant, but baby said I'm out. Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel. In this video, I will be recapping episode 5 of the final season of Snowfall. Now, at the top of this episode, we see V and her mom sitting in the car, scoping someplace out. Turns out they have found Teddy's father, but I don't know what it is. I don't know if I'm just paranoid when it comes to this lady, but I do not trust V's mom. They're having this just casual chat, and she's talking about a planning a family vacation to Barbados or something like that. And V pretty much is just like, I don't think Franklin is in the mood to be planning any family vacations. But her mom does make a good point when she asks V, what's the exit strategy? You know, like, what's the plan if this doesn't work? And V just immediately is like, this will work. But her mom was like, you know better. We plan for the worst. You need a strategy. Even if Franklin is able to get his money back, it won't stop there. It won't end there. And I feel like V needs to be thinking about all of that. Personally, I just don't want to be at war with no government agency, child. But that's just me. But I kind of feel like if we take out Teddy, I would think it end there. Hey, maybe not, but I would think so. Considering the fact that the agency have tried to distance themselves from Teddy before. Now, we end up tracking down Teddy's dad at this nursing home in Kansas, I want to say. And at first, I was just like, well, baby, this ain't the plan, because Teddy don't even really care about his daddy. But I guess no matter how contentious a parent-child relationship is, you just always care about your parent. So what they end up doing is pulling this ruse where V pretends that she's about to check her mother into this place, and her mom goes looking for Teddy's dad, and they just strike up a conversation, and she kind of pitches to him about her daughter is, you know, pretty much forcing her to be here, and she asks him to tell her just straight up, is this place that bad? When I tell you, this man goes to say he was a POW, prisoner of war, for, I want to say, what did he say, 3 or 4 months, like in a freezing cold. Like, y'all, it's a POW. Like, we can already just presume it's pretty terrible. Baby, when I tell you, he said he'd rather do another month as a POW than stay in this place for one more day. Lord Jesus, y'all, that was sad. Like, Lord Jesus, y'all, don't send y'all family members to these nursing homes. That broke my heart. That was so sad. And I was looking at that lady, Shady, the one who like running the place or whatever. So pretty much V's mom hits him with the, I got my daughter keys, I don't want to be here, when she discovers that they're gone, and they get in the car and slide out. Now, they end up going to this house, some house, I don't know, we just got someplace together, and they're like, you know, getting to know each other, having all these conversations, and I'm sitting here like, I can't do no ish like this. I can't be smoothing with somebody just to double cross them. I would feel like such a jerk. Like, I'd be done confess everything, child. I can't do it. Now, V ends up calling Teddy to, not Teddy, V ends up calling Franklin to let him know, we need you to get here. He says he could be there in 24 hours. Now, when Teddy found, why do I keep saying Teddy on my brain? Because I really don't like him. Like, I literally just finished the episode, and it kind of, I think, yeah, the episode ended with Teddy. When I tell you, I'm sick of this man's face, I'm sick of his haircut, I'm sick of his voice. I just don't want nothing to do with Teddy. So I think his name is like on the edge of my brain. It's in the forefront of my mind. That's why I keep accidentally saying Teddy. But Franklin lets her know he could be there in 24 hours. He finally shows up, and they hear a car approaching, and V's mom is pretty much telling Teddy's dad, like, that's my daughter and her son-in-law. So they come in, and they're still going along with the rules, which I appreciate. Like, the old man don't need to know he kidnapped. He don't need to know he a part of nothing terrible. Let him just enjoy, he out of that place, which he hates. He's enjoying his time he's spending with V's mom. And baby, she know how to con. Ooh, baby is charismatic. Baby is gorgeous. Baby is all soft-spoken. Look, she can play the game. I'm peeping it. Okay? Now, they end up just going along, like, oh, we found the fugitives. Oh, baby, don't you want to go call the nursing home, aka call Teddy, let that nigga know what's up. So Franklin ends up paging Teddy, which Teddy sees the area code of where his family is, so he answers. And baby, when I tell you, Damon said it just been giving it to me this season. He on it. When I tell you, this phone call was so crazy. Saint is just pretty much like, I got your dad, and can you recommend some places? I was thinking about taking your dad out for dinner after I get my money. And Teddy tripped me. Teddy's a sociopath. The way Teddy picked up the phone and was just talking all casual. Oh, Franklin, how you doing? Like, he was just talking so motherfreaking friendly and casual, and I'm sitting here like, why are you talking to me so casual, bruh? You stole every dime to my motherfreaking name. That just really threw me for a loop, how just casual Teddy was talking, and friendly Teddy was talking when he first, like the tone in his voice when he first got on the phone with Franklin. Now, Teddy pretty much is like, okay, so what's your plan? You're going to kidnap my dad and I give you the money, or are you going to kill him? Is that the play? And he pretty much tries to, I guess, kind of call Franklin's bluff, and it's like, you should have did your research. I don't even care about him. But even if I did, like, it don't work this way. How do you think it's going to go down for you if you kill a CIA agent's dad? And he's like, put my dad on the phone. And Franklin's pretty much like, I want my motherfucking money. And Teddy is like, even if I wanted to, that's not how this works. There's like procedure or whatever the heck. And he asked to talk to his dad. And Franklin's like, oh, you want to talk to your daddy? Okay, hold on. And when I tell y'all this happened so fast, I didn't even know what happened. Like, I legitimately did not know what happened. Franklin kind of grabbed something that I did not peep, but he grabbed something and he's walking towards Teddy's dad with the phone, and he just does something real quick, and the dad started gagging and falls. And I'm thinking that Saint hit the man in the throat, did like the little Xena hit on the man or something. Baby, when I tell you, all of a sudden I see a pool of blood, I'm like, wait a minute. So I rewound it, and Franklin grabbed a knife when he was bringing the phone to Teddy Daddy. I expected Franklin to like hit the man. Baby, I did not expect Franklin to kill this poor old man. Y'all, this hurt my heart. It did, for real. And it made me mad. Like, bruh, I don't know about riding with you. I can't ride with you, Saint. Like, this is civilian. He not in this the way your daddy was in this. Alton was in this. This kind of hurt. And you know what? I never really had a problem with Teddy Daddy. And y'all want Teddy to suffer. And I even said we could kill his old girl. Dogs. I even said we can kill his old girl, but I really did not like the daddy getting killed. The poor old man done been through enough. He was a POW, baby. I saw that movie Unbroken when the man was like an Olympic medalist and ended up a POW, because I think they used to like draft you and stuff, and he had to go to war. I think that's what happened. I can barely remember how he got in the war, but baby, I remember it was terrible when he was a POW. This poor man done been through enough. Just like he got one lung, he died of cancer. He ain't deserve this. Y'all, this really hurt me. Like, I really ain't like this. This hurt me almost on the level of the little girl getting killed. Like this, I thought this was sad. So Teddy was bluffing. Teddy cares that his dad, he's like, I think Franklin just killed my dad. Like, he was feeling this. This hurt me though. And when I tell you, Franklin just, I'm telling y'all, he did that so fast, I did not know what happened. Was it just me? But when I tell you, he kills this man, and the shock on V and her mom's face, and whatever plan V mama got going, whatever the scam is, I feel like, baby, I hope you was having second thoughts in this moment. Like, you know what? Let me not fool with these guys. I feel like this wasn't a plan. It might have been Saint's plan, but I don't think this was the plan, because V and her mom looked so motherfreaking shocked. V was crying, which I be crying too. Like, what the hell? You just killed this old man like that? And then if I'm the mama, you done killed the man I've been smoozing with all day. Like, I scam, I don't kill. But I thought that was just so sad. But I also feel like a part of me feel like it wasn't smart simply for the fact that Saint was pretty much like, give me my money or next I'ma kill your woman, your son Paul. I'ma bleed them just like I did your daddy. But I kind of feel like we had the element of surprise on our side. This is CIA. I'm sure he could get his girl and his son under some kind of protection. But when Franklin say your woman, I don't know if he's referring to the foreign girl that Ted is currently, wrapped up in, or if he's referring to Teddy's ex-wife. But I just kind of feel like I'm CIA. I can put them under protection now that I know you're coming. So I kind of feel like if I'm going to go with it, I'm going to go all the way. And we should have got all his folk roped up and been like, I got your daddy, I got your woman, the ex-wife, your son, kill the daddy, and then say the next one's going to die too unless you give me my money. Because saying the other one's going to die unless I get my money when you ain't got the other ones with you, for me, that's not the play. That's not the play. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention, I also feel like V mom is shady. Before they call Franklin, V's mom is having a conversation with Teddy's dad in the house. V is outside listening in. Mom is talking about, regret with raising her daughter and all this stuff, yada, yada, yada. And she was trying to find, a man to replace her daughter dad. Basically, I felt like, your daughter listening. Like, I felt like this was ulterior motives. Like, you had a reason for this. I don't know. It just felt suspect to me because your daughter's listening and you just so happen to be having this conversation and saying this stuff right here. Now, if we backtrack, Franklin was saying he'll be there in 24 hours. He happened to be with Kane at the moment, who was pretty much like, I don't care whatever pressing business you got. We need to deal with your uncle and Louie and figure something out. Use your brain, come up with something, or it's going to be a long night. Like, you ain't leaving till we get this under control. And that's when Franklin sees a commercial on TV or something playing on the TV, and he thinks about the fact that Louie goes to ride horses. So Kane's men, I think, pretty much went and scoped out, what are these places called with the horses, y'all? Stables? Like, the horses live in stables. I guess the place is a stable. I don't know. I ain't never even seen a horse in real life, but I think they live in stables. So they pretty much scope it out, talk to somebody there, find out that Louie comes and she rides, whatever. So pretty much he has two of Kane's guys sit on the place from sun up to sundown, waiting for Louie to get there. And they already know she gonna come with, security or whatever. But basically, Kane wants Louie taken alive. So he's like, whatever y'all need to do to make that happen, make sure y'all snatch her up alive. So I don't know what the grand scheme plan is, but likely this is our way to get to Louie, but we also want to get to Jerome. So we're going to take Louie alive, to be able to get Jerome. Now, going back to Jerome and Louie, Buckley ends up coming to them and pretty much letting them know that Kane got out scot-free. It was a bloodbath, but he made it out. And I wonder, if it was a bloodbath and all this, how the heck he make it up out of there? And Buckley pretty much tells them, you're not going to believe it, but your nephew was there. And he ended up pulling Kane out. He shot his way out. And Louie and Jerome are kind of like, wait, you sure you heard this right? Like, Franklin shot his way out or whatever. So they end up, Buckley being like, I'm going to find out what Kane at before he got a chance to come back, before he gets a chance to come back at y'all. And I need Buckley to die. Don't ask me why, but that nigga rubs me the wrong way. Maybe it's from what he did to Sissy, but I want him to die. But Jerome was pretty much like, are you on that stuff again? Because if you are, it ain't no coming back this time. Now, when Buckley leaves, Louie is just like, we could have had Franklin. We could have ended this whole thing. But the way Jerome's facial expression was looking, even though we done already took this all the way, I don't know if he ready to take this all the way and actually kill his nephew. I don't know. It was something about his facial expression when Louie was like, we could have had this whole thing done. We could have took Franklin out. But when I tell y'all, Jerome, he cracking up. But let me not jump ahead. Okay, so we see Wanda and Leon in the projects. I'm still pissed he got my baby Wanda in the projects. And y'all know he beat the hood Debo. So they end up getting a knock at the door. And I'm mad, baby, they ain't got no peephole. Did y'all peep the door? Because at first I didn't even peep. It wasn't a peephole on the door, but I peeped that Wanda was like, who is it? And the guy was like, Rennie. And Wanda's like, is Dion with you? He says, no, she just opens the door. And I'm like, why you ain't look through the peephole before opening the door? What if the nigga lying? But baby, there is no peephole on the door. Like, what kind of mess is that? That is so unsafe. But anyway, old boy pretty much comes in, Rennie, Einstein, and some other guy. And it's pretty much like, what's the play? And he tells Dion, you like, this ain't it. He gonna be back. And they basically want to know what's up. And Leon is pretty much like, were things better before I left or after I left? And I wish baby would have just answered that question, because I'm curious as to what their answer would be. But he doesn't answer that question, but he's like, look, if you want us to be behind you, then you got to let us know what the plan is. Like, what's the play? And he pretty much tells him, you don't think it's 100 guys gunning for the crown, and if you thought it was bad under Dion, what do you think will happen now? Like, if he just leaves, I guess, the throne open and all the niggas just out there in the hood, in the projects, fighting for that spot. Oh, y'all, this was irking me so freaking bad. I'm just like, Leon, baby, who cares? I guess I need to stop harping on they need to just go back to Africa, because that ain't gonna happen. We here now. That ain't gonna happen. I kind of felt like, baby, just let Rennie take the ish over. But he pretty much, Leon goes outside and, Rennie pretty much tells Leon he's confusing. Like, you dropping bodies, but you talking about peace. You was running things, then you quit. You left with a crackhead. You came back with a wife, which of course makes him and Wanda upset. But Rennie is like, that's what the streets are saying. It ain't no disrespect. And he's sitting there, Leon's sitting there thinking, and before they came in, Wanda was talking about him doing something stupid, and he was like, why stop now? So as he's sitting there kind of thinking for a few seconds, Wanda is just like, why stop now? So I guess Leon back running the projects, child, and I don't know how this gonna work. Baby, so what is you trying to do? Because Rennie was like, look, we ain't trying to hear, ain't none of us out here trying to hear about, wanting no change. These people just want to make money and they want to be taken care of. So he's like, if you ain't gonna do it, I'll take the crown. Like, let somebody else get it. And I'm just like, babe, please just let Rennie take it. But no, Leon goes outside, busted the fuck up. Leon got beat down, child. But he won, but he looked beat down. Now he goes out there and he's pretty much like, who eyes on the crown? Who, like, come get some. If this what y'all want to do, then step up. I see you over there. And I wasn't very impressed by the speech. I love you, Leon, but I wasn't. He was just pretty much like, y'all some punks. Y'all act like some little girls, but y'all know more vulgar words. And he was like, if you want to make money, you're going to have to come over here with me. Tomorrow, we're going to get back to making money the right way. Baby, what is making money the right way if you selling drugs? I'm confused. How you make money the right way, Leon? Please enlighten me. Now, Wanda, we end up seeing her at the shelter, and some lady is like getting into it with her little child, talking about why he acting like he can't sit still. Girl, he is a little child. They can't sit still. But Wanda runs over and kind of get into it with the lady, and it's like, you can't talk to these babies like that. And because she said something to little boy, what did she say? She called him a little nigga, but she said he ain't no baby. And I'm saying, like, lady, that's your baby. But Sissy comes over and defuses the situation, but it was sad. Sissy was helping some lady, talking about she'll get her a bed, and she was like, she don't want a bed because the men can't keep their hands to themselves. That's sad, Sissy. You need to make sure that shelter is safe for women. I didn't like that. But she ends up having a conversation with Wanda, and Wanda is talking about how Sissy, goes hard and protects her family, her community, and Wanda has never known anyone like her, and she looks at Sissy and hopes that one day she can be like that. I hate how Wanda be looking so down on herself, child. I love Wanda, and I just don't want nothing terrible to happen to her. I have become very fond of Wanda. Now, Sissy also got into it with Franklin. Franklin comes to the shelter before he goes off to do everything with Teddy's dad, which of course he knows is going to start some ish. And he pretty much wants Sissy to get out of here. She like, I ain't run last time, I ain't run this time. But he's like, this ain't just gangsters that hardly can't even shoot. And he pretty much tells her, why do you have to make yourself a martyr? Why do you feel you need to die? Is it because you didn't turn your back on me when I was slinging this stuff and you helped me and took the money and started a business, so you feel like you owe your life for this? And she's like, yes. He's like, you finally got to live a good life for once and you feel like you got to pay for that? But yeah, Sissy got a lot of guilt. She got a lot of guilt on her. But baby, you ain't gotta die. I need Wanda to not let Leon bring her down. Wanda, get out, girl. But she ain't, because she loves Leon. Another woman who don't need to be letting this man bring her down also ends up telling his girl pretty much everything. DEA, KGB, CIA. Well, she already knew about the CIA, but y'all know what I mean. So she ends up being like, she not finna go into witness protection. She not finna, he tells her to like run. And she like, how I'm gonna run with 2 kids and no money? And he's asking her like, what do you want? And she pretty much says, want is a luxury I can't even recognize. I gotta focus on need. So she's pretty much like, she not running. She not finna like have the DEA on her. And then when they slip up, gotta worry about the CIA, and tells him she wants to live a regular, boring life. And he needs to make that happen. And when I tell y'all, a regular life is underrated. I always say I want to live a regular, boring life. Like, it's underrated. But I'm glad baby understand. Yes, the regular, boring life is where it is at. So we see Teddy having a conversation with his big boss. What is that man's name? I can't ever get that man's name or remember his name. But Teddy has a conversation with his boss about the KGB guy, and they know what they're dealing with. And he pretty much, the guy's like, do you think Oso has been turned? Because remember, Teddy saw the KGB guy leaving the bar that Oso was in last episode. And he's like, meeting a crowded bar. He feels like this was the initial meeting, but honestly, he's not sure because Oso has been off the past few months. And we know it's because baby about to have a heart attack and burst a blood vessel with the pressure of he with the DEA, and he don't want Teddy to find out. Now, remember I said that I need also to go to Teddy about the KGB guy approaching him, and that is exactly what he does. He hits up Teddy, he meets with him, he tells him the situation, and Teddy is like, I know, I followed him when he met you at the bar. And because at first when Oso was telling him, he's like, no, he could be watching me now. And Teddy's like, nah, KGB, a KGB agent or something he called him, he working alone, and pretty much tells Oso he know everything. And when Teddy says, I'm glad you told me, oh, like, I'm glad you told me, I was sitting here like, basically he's saying, I'm glad I don't have to kill you. I know you ain't double crossing me. Well, he is double crossing him, but you know, Teddy think he's not double crossing him because he don't know nothing about the KGB. I mean, the DEA. Too many acronyms. So remember, the DEA is supposed to be raiding the warehouse tomorrow. And Oso is telling Teddy he need to move the product. Teddy's like, I already moved it. That's what he tells Oso before he lets him know he following him at that bar. So Oso calls up the DEA, who is getting ready for the raid, and he's like, you got to call it off. Teddy moved the product because he thinks the KGB is onto him. Now the DEA man is mad, but I can't tell, is he mad at Oso, if he think Oso double crossing them and ain't working with them, or if he just mad because another agency might be getting to Teddy, or he just mad because that little raid got effed up, but he mad. Child, I just need somebody to get Teddy. And at this point, I need it to be Saint. Because if he is stabbing old men in the neck, I'm only like wondering what the heck he would do to Teddy. Which, how is Teddy mad? Like, you can't be mad Franklin killed your dad. You killed Franklin's dad. Like, even though, like I said, Alton was in this, and Teddy daddy wasn't. But still, you can't get mad at me for killing your daddy when you killed my daddy. A daddy I like. You don't even talk to your daddy. Oh yeah, I forgot to say, I went back to what's going on with Leon because I needed to go from Jerome to Big D so I could get back to Jerome. Now, because I was talking about Jerome cracking up. Now, Do they actually make any revenue from this club, or is this just their little clubhouse they meet at? Because I don't never see nothing happening at this club besides Jerome and Louis just sitting around at the bar talking to associates. But Big D comes to see Leon and Jerome. What is with me and these names today? First of all, I'm bad with names in general, but usually I could keep it straight enough for the 30 minutes I'm recording, but man, I keep messing up these names today. Dion goes to see Jerome and Louis, and he pretty much lets them know, I tried to, shoot a fair one with Leon, but I'm about to go take back what's mine. But in the meantime, I need y'all to starve him out. Don't sell him nothing. And y'all know the only thing Louis seems to care about is money. And she's like, we gonna sell to whoever want to buy. So he gets upset. He's like, I ain't talking to you. So Jerome asks her, give him a minute. He has a conversation with Big D on his own. And he's pretty much like, what's going on between you and Leon? We're not getting in the middle of that. And I kind of feel like the cold shoulder he got, is he going to buy from them? But I guess he ain't got no choice. But y'all show was like, I ain't family, and gave me all this whole cold shoulder last time I saw y'all as, Leon. But Jerome is pretty much like, we a dying breed. The game, is changing. I ain't talking about the police. It's getting crazy. And he's like, these young boys ain't got no code. They ain't got no honor. They not like us. We a dying breed. And when I tell you, baby, Dion was like, no, that's you. You're a dying breed, not me. And he leaves. And Louis comes back and she's like, are you okay? Jerome just hits her with the I'm out. Like, I'm out. That's it. He out. I know if he meant I'm out the game, I'm out this marriage, I'm just finna head out the building. Like, I know what I'm out meant, but baby said I'm out. And Louis is obviously upset. She's like, you can't just leave. But he just dips out. And I remember seeing this episode of Criminal Minds where they was going after somebody who they was like, he's devolving. That's Jerome right now. Jerome is cracking up. He goes to see this mechanic, CJ, who got his own shop, who is somebody that Jerome used to know, who apparently he was in the game, but he got his little money, got him a business. He got out the game. So he comes in there about his car, and old boy is like, we busy. Why don't you, come back, make an appointment? But Jerome pulls out money. So he ends up staying. They having conversation or whatever, working on the car. And CJ keeps seeing this car just creeping by over and over. Baby, why he say something to Jerome? Jerome go to get some big old gun out his trunk. And of course, the other mechanics start running as they should. And CJ's like, hold on now, you can't be doing that here. Why Jerome got such an attitude? I was so upset, like, baby, we not trying to die with you. People's out here trying to kill you. Why in God's name would you bring that round here to my shop, round here to me and these mechanics? Especially when old boy just told you, baby got kids. He said he just had a little girl. And he tells Jerome, I got people that need me to make it home tonight. Y'all, I don't know. Jerome, I feel like the dynamics with him and Louis feels different to me this season. Jerome's whole character is different to me this season. I get the circumstance and the situation we are in as far as this family war, but is it just me? It just feel like Jerome not moving how he normally move. He don't have the attitude, mentality, aura, personality that he normally does. He just, I don't know. He rubbed me the wrong way so bad, but he ends up handing old boy money, which he tries to not take, but Jerome is like, you need it more than I do. And CJ is like, thank you. And we see Jerome hanging out somewhere outside, drinking outside. And some random person walked past him. He's like, you looking at me? What is going on with Jerome? Baby is crazy. Y'all should have let baby just go do his speakers. Y'all should have just let Rome have his day speaker business. But he ends up keep having somebody page him, which I'm pretty sure probably is Louis. And he tosses the pager in the trash. And I'm sitting here like, Kane, you ain't even gotta try and get Louis. You could just come snatch up Jerome right now. Jerome slipping, Jerome cracking, Jerome devolving. And it's not gonna be pretty. It's just really not going to be pretty. And I feel like it ain't gonna be pretty with Sissy either. Obviously, I just really feel like Teddy gonna go after Franklin mama. He might go after Louis and well, wait, no, he know they at war. I was thinking he don't know for a quick second, but he know they at war, so he ain't finna go after them. But he gonna go after. He might go after Leon. I don't know. He gonna go after anybody to get back when it comes to Franklin. And Sissy don't want to go like Franklin told her to, even though Franklin hit her with the do this for me. That irked me. What you mean do this for you? Sissy done did everything for you. She done did it all for you. Don't hit her with the do it for me. Because that list is way too long, Saint. It's way too long. But this episode was crazy. But I'm ready for the next one. Like, I'm anxious because you done killed this two-faced, evil, conniving, snake-ass nigga, Teddy Daddy. So I can, with all the resources of the CIA behind him, even though when Teddy was talking about, I think Franklin killed my daddy, his boss ain't look too... You know, like he looked too emotional. He didn't look like he's very stoic, even though he's typically like that. But baby, I just told you, I think that boy killed my daddy, and he was very just nonchalant. So I don't know, maybe he ain't gonna have the resources. The boss might be like, no, we need to spend these resources on the KGB. We don't care about Franklin. Even though I'm not sure how Franklin can even win this war with Teddy, as far as he might can kill Teddy, but how he gonna get his money back? Because Teddy don't even have the money. Teddy gave the money to the CIA, I could have sworn, because he told his boss that he got funds. It was a word he used. What's the word when they take your money, child? Like the IRS or the government. Whatever that word is, that's the word Teddy used. We were talking to his boss. So I don't even think Teddy has the money. So I don't even know how Franklin is supposed to get this money back. I don't know. But Teddy better come up with the damn money. But I am very interested to know if Franklin can get to Teddy, woman and child. Is Franklin gonna put a knife in that little boy's neck the way he did to daddy? Like, is Franklin really ready to go there? Is V mama and V gonna dip the hell out? Because after what they just saw, baby, I don't know. You just stabbed that poor old man. That old man did not deserve that, y'all. That old man ain't deserve that. Thank you so much for watching this video, for supporting the channel. I will see you in the next one. Thank you.